The situation on the ground is dire. The Eastern Cape received less than 30% of its average spring rainfall between September and November. Graaff-Reinet received only 12% of its average in this period. The town last had 22 millimeters in February. Taps have long run dry. Several areas are reliant on boreholes and water tankers.
The money has been allocated to the COGTA by the provincial treasurer is 100 million, but the total amount for drought is about 174 million, because 20 million of the 100 million will be transferring it to the Department of Rural Development. Because of drought, there has not been plowing in some other areas. As a result, Dr. Da did reprioritize from their own savings. Then they did secure 54 million, which makes the total amount for drought to be used by the provincial government to be about 174 million.
Humanitarian organization Gift of the Givers has been playing a large part in relief efforts in a number of towns, including Graaff-Reinet.
And within the space of a few weeks, we've managed to drill the first 8 of the boreholes at 8 schools. And with that, we sent the water test to the lab, so the test came back for 100% fit for drinkable purposes. We then installed our pumps. We installed taps outside for the community, and then we gave Graaff-Reinet permanent water tankers. And every day, those boreholes play a critical role in this town. Where number one, people can go to the taps 24/7, get clean drinking water, and the water tankers working throughout the town.
Organised agriculture in the Eastern Cape says the intensity and duration of the drought have been underestimated.
But it's actually a drop in the ocean that is going to be made available to the guys on the ground, if you want to call it that. It's almost too little, too late, and the impact that this is going to have. It actually frightens me. We can sit here and you say it's sort of like a talk summit, but I honestly hope if we leave here that our concerns are addressed at the highest level and are taken seriously.
The Water and Sanitation Department recommitted to maintaining infrastructure to ensure water provision and curb losses. The department is also working towards releasing funds to drought-stricken areas.
We're trying to see how we can be able to assist them to look after the infrastructure that is already in place, because a lot of water is actually lost by failing infrastructure. So that's another part. But the third part that is very important is to say, what do we do about the fact that there are grants that are available, but how are they utilized? So from our point of view as the department, we have the Regional Bulk Infrastructure Grant, the Water and Sanitation Infrastructure Grant, the Accelerated Community Infrastructure Project funding that is available, but we also have to make sure that there are concrete plans that will show us exactly what kind of track those funds will follow.
Emphasis was also placed on immediate solutions and accessing more groundwater through boreholes. 30 boreholes provide water in the towns with a critical shortage. Lerato Fekisi, SABC News, Graaff-Reinet.